What's an MU matchup? Um, yeah, I'll check if I can hear anything. Okay, Luster said he could hear me. Couldn't- So wait, you can all hear me, but not Fickles?
All right, how about now? I think we're good now. Let's see if this works.
Hey.
Hey! All right, sorry everyone. I am far from professional here, so thank you for your patience. Good news is, and now my daughter wants to come in. We started already. Do you need
Oh, your
something?
daughter can co-commentate.
You, I'm a little busy right now. I'll catch you. Sorry about that. Oh, this is a hot mess. We're off to a good start. So the good news is we don't even have the factions yet. So although we're off to a bumpy start, although we're off to a bumpy start, we haven't missed too much yet. I hesitate to like analyze an auction like a setup until I see the factions in. I was saying I'm recovering from COVID. I've actually been on the couch a lot this week, but my Indian friend this morning put me onto warm milk with turmeric and black pepper with a little bit of honey. So I'm hoping, I don't know if we have any Indian viewers. I don't know if this is familiar to you as well, but that sounds like if that doesn't fix me, I don't know what will. So we're giving this a try.
Turmeric's supposed to be beneficial. I haven't tried myself, but heard good things.
Okay.
So hopefully, yeah.
Just don't try it straight by itself. That might be unpleasant. So we have
That's
all
unbelievable.
kinds of exciting folks. Thanks so much for everybody joining in.
Ooh.
What's up, Ozymandias? Weber is it Grumblebaum is Halai? Is that right? Calls up. What's going on? Lustrous. Thanks so much for coming, Patrick. Nico, awesome. Um, this is exciting. So we've got the auction underway here.
Oh man.
So let's see what we got. All right, so go ahead and dive in here. What are you seeing so far? So
Well, the
three
first thing
colors
we
in a
see
row.
is
So three colors in a row. Jekyll, no
no.
shout out. I'm sorry, Jekyll, Colas. I'm so bad at multitasking. I'm at Wonderful Plays is here. EJ, I didn't scroll up. My bad. What's up, Nico? Jekyll Jekyll wants a shout out. She's in the other room. Okay. Long
Well,
auction
the
ahead.
mat.
Well, mermaids already are down 11, so we'll see.
Well, yeah. Like looking at the matchup, not only is it a sandwich, but it's fakirs that are sandwiched, which
Ooh, and no
is ugly on the
landscape.
surface at least. But there is blue in the game. It's a bit of a saving grace for them. They'd be way worse
Yeah,
if blue wasn't in the game. At least
yeah,
with blue in the game, I think they're more playable.
yeah.
Um,
Calls up. Thinks fakirs are already underbid. I like it. Yeah, they should have been first to be bid. I'm with you. There's no landscapes. This is classic settings. Um, so I do. It's the sort of the trickier it is, particularly like being sandwiched or unusual setups. Like I've come to really enjoy the setups. I know we've talked about this Barnawal where like there's each color has exactly one neighbor, so basically two pairs of neighbors, which I think those setups just don't get played as much. Those are ones where I really like to have more time to think, and like playing sandwiched fakirs here, and honestly, CM with yellow in is interesting as well.
mhm.
Um, they could be. I think this could be. This is interesting. I'm not totally convinced that. Well, let's see what happens. Round three TP is really interesting to me. Um, like especially after a dwelling round and a dig round, that feels like you build TPs like without water one, or I think you and I played a game recently where I was mermaids, but that you were in that game, right? Where I built out
Yeah.
round two, and then I think I built four TPs. I did a TP Temple Water one, and then three more TPs in round three. That was
Yeah.
also Digs
Wait,
round two.
you actually went Earth 2 that game as mermaids. Like you opened Temple with Earth 2.
That's right. Okay.
Then did a bunch of dwellings and then a bunch of TPs round three. And it was kind of the same setup. You had double Earth rewards.
It was
You had the
similar.
round three TPs into round four towns. And it worked really well for that. I think you won or tied for the win in that.
Yeah, I think
And I was gonna say it looks like a very nice Mermaids track. Like that combo is just really good. Not
yeah,
to mention here it's a dwelling round to start, and they can probably open with double dig, although there's only one power bonus, so
it's interesting, and
I
there's
don't
no
know.
worker power or temp ship. Um, yeah, that's interesting. There's lots of late spades off the cult, which is like relatively speaking, not as good for halflings, right? Like everyone else is going to enjoy those
Hmm.
digs more than halflings will, and by then halflings have their digs up. Um, excuse me.
Yeah, pretty minor thing, but yeah, probably could be nice for chaos carving out a second town. And then a lot of people are pointing out in the comments, and I saw this as well too, is that chaos probably have E8 this game, right? Because I don't think Fakirs are going to start there.
Yeah, I think
It
I think
could, but it just with blue in the game, like you just feel so natural to start on D3
I
to
actually
join
think
them.
one of the weirdest parts of this setup so far is that halflings have no neighbor east.
Mm.
Like that really changes the game, and you get all kinds of interesting questions now of like, well, yeah, what do halflings do? Because it's not even clear. Like D7 is going to be the neighbor spot when CM get there. That east northeast red, like that's
Mhm.
and so and that only gives them neighbor at the northeast spots. I don't know, like that's really interesting. So then, what do you do as halflings here? I think is a very open question.
Yeah, they're clearly starting in the center, no question. The
Yeah,
second dwelling almost always goes out in the east, but if no one's going to be there for a while, is there any way they start in the north? I think it's a lot more appealing if they can get temp ship, which isn't in the game, because then I think you could do some kind of dwelling rush in the north. You have mermaids who are going to be a neighbor there in the north. Chaos will join you, and you also kind of block some of Chaos's territory potentially. Like that would be really cool, I think. But it might be better this game just to bite the bullet and start the east without a neighbor. Wait for Chaos to come join you. I
yeah.
don't
See,
know, but I'm
it.
kind of it's a bit intriguing. Yeah, it's not a clear cut game plan for halflings.
I.
They do
I.
start with the spade, so no matter what, they can get stuff done.
I'm
Um,
concerned though, right? Because if they start E6, they could get E5, but they're gonna have a hard time finding three hexes there. I guess what might happen is they might end up triple digging F4 later in the game to
mm,
S like round four to SA town middle if they can get
yeah,
E5 because F4 should sit there. So that's actually pretty. That's interesting. I'm worried about sitting east and planning to develop east and just praying for CM. Um, it could work. So would you start like D8 then?
I'd put some good thought into the second duel. I'm not sure. So like
Yeah.
I'm thinking again. You're starting with a spade. You could go in the north with a spade. I don't know. Now the problem is you're so limited for territory if you go in the north. You're just kind of stuck to that area there. If you go to the east, you might not connect. That's the other dilemma. So it's not so clear, right? I think the more I look at it, the more I like, well, mermaids over halflings, but also maybe even chaos over halflings because of this. Because
So
chaos are getting that center gray with no competition, and they're probably getting E8, so they're getting a good center town there.
I
That
think,
I don't think
yeah,
their expansion is too threatened by Fakirs. They're usually on opposite sides of the map.
I would
So
definitely be on
yeah.
CM here.
Yeah.
Even though I have a bad habit of bidding too much on halflings, I would definitely be on CM right now. I think the other thing we should point out, given that is that like it's actually a you could definitely play tall here. So you build out rounds one, two, and then it's all building up from there. And if you look at the pass scrolls, there's no dwelling pass scroll. Like I would be partly I have a playing tall addiction right now, but I think I think I think tall
Don't we all?
CM here. Yeah, we all do.
Or the two of us do at least.
So yeah, well, by all two of us have a. So those who don't know, Barnawal and I, there were like kind of like little talks given, like strategy session talks given at the Terra Mystica con, Terra Mysticon, that we did in Montreal, And Barnawal did a session, and I did a session on playing tall, like strategy and strategies around that. That will eventually go on YouTube, I think. Um, but yeah, I think CM here. The only issue for CM though is that can they get out enough dwellings round two? Like they're like you'd like to see like a dwelling round three or something, like or see clear way to get your
Mhm.
dwellings out round two. Are you worried about them falling off the track too much?
Um, Gotta think about it a bit. It kind of depends a bit what mermaids do, because mermaids can either upgrade in the center and give chaos lots of leech, or they can upgrade in the west with fakirs and kind of have a leech party with them. So
Mm-hmm.
that influences a lot how good chaos's start is. Um, and that might depend on the auction valuations, who's playing mermaids. Like it's hard to really say
Yeah.
in that from that perspective. Looking at the starting bonuses, chaos are starting with a priest or big building, I assume. They also could take worker power and try to get single dig, just to get some expansion going. So that's also tempting.
So
I
there's priest
I think they'll
big.
be okay.
Yeah.
It might not be an incredible start for them, but they could always open sanctuary with the big building tile, if the Curious don't take it, which is fine. Like their territory is not really that threatened, I don't think,
Yeah. Yeah.
unless Fakirs go crazy and double dig the center gray like round two if they go sanctuary, if Chaos goes sanctuary, like something like that. But
No.
it seems a bit
No.
unlikely to me, right?
No.
So
No. No. But
not with these
that would
players,
that
I
would
don't think.
upset me. Um, yeah. So I think the Fakir's starting scroll is unclear. I think is one of the things that you were teeing up here, right? Because big building or priest, I think you can make a decent argument for either of those. Actually,
The priest is good if they can get a spade action. It'll give them two dwellings, but can they? I mean, they start with obviously their stupid five power, 7/5 start, whatever.
yeah,
That always just hurts anything like that. Big building, if you take it, well, what you open double temple, I guess, which doesn't follow the track, but is just generally good for them. So that's fine too.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I think there's definitely like I think if you can open double temple and well, and get double dig for round two or something like that. I don't know if they can do that because it's a little slow. Four moves from seat three.
well, Chaos isn't going to take double dig most likely, right? So that's one faction you don't have to. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about. Like Chaos could double dig maybe the center green there,
yeah,
whatever. Sorry, I don't have hexes on, but and
yeah,
then mermaids will someone either mermaids or halflings are getting double dig round one, so one of them's not gonna have the power for round two likely. So it's not too crazy that they can open double
yeah.
temple and then get double dig round two.
I think that
They're getting leech from halflings in the center and maybe mermaids in the west, so it's hard to predict, but it's not impossible.
yeah. CM just looked like there's so many fun ways to go with CM here. I would definitely be on CM. Um,
Well,
but bidding for fun is maybe not the wisest. But I just think there's all kinds of fun stuff. Like big building looks fun. Starting on big building, starting on priest is interesting. Starting on four coins and a cult step's not crazy. You take fire one, and you get your step for the power. um,
I another good thing with chaos, especially with going tall, is that there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of cult competition in this game.
yeah, exactly.
Fakirs are notoriously bad at cults because they use their priests to fly,
Yeah,
and mermaids and halflings can play culty. But if mermaids are opening with a lot of dwellings, which well, they might open temple three dwellings, and I guess they'll have priest production then. And halflings will probably have a temple in the opening.
so
But regardless, those aren't like super culty factions. Chaos will have a bit of a cult edge on them, and so there's like a lot of opportunity in the cults for chaos, which is another reason why like I think we both kind of like them.
all right, all right, all right. So what do we like for? All right, all right. What? All right. Here we go. Can mermaids start on like D2 and E4 and do some like digging
Ooh,
C1 F2 dwelling rush the hard way?
oh my gosh,
Um, can we
yeah,
can we cook up something funky like that?
why not,
Because
right?
I think they'll get East anyway. Their stuff's gonna sit.
Wait, can you do that and then hit two towns round four, hit TPs round three and two towns round four to
Ooh.
really hit the track hard, and then just go like you can just go pure tall from there, especially if halflings don't connect. You might still get network points, and maybe you can still beat sandwich Fakirs and Chaos on network without a ton of structures.
That
Like you
sounds
could score
fun.
really efficiently and still get network points. You can build your stronghold sanctuary late. There's
Let's do
ship
it.
BP to hit off of. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Let's do
I'm
it.
sold.
Let's do
I love this idea.
Let's do
If
it.
Fakirs play ball and upgrade next to you and just give you a lot of leech, you both give
Yeah.
each other lots of leech, then oh, that looks so fun. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that looks really fun. I would definitely. I mean, it's the kind of thing that's of course being is a little scary. Being down 22, being like I'm gonna try this super insane oddball line, but I do kind of like it here.
I
Um,
think that like the downside is if you don't get ship BP, if let's say Chaos take it to single dig first action, it's probably not as good. Which means you get a big building or a priest or I don't know, or coins, like another decent bonus, but like you'd really want the double dig then.
yeah, yeah,
Which you're
that's true.
probably I think you're probably getting because Chaos have other juicy bonus options,
So you would
but like he's
be.
not guaranteed, I guess.
The other thing I think I like about it is you would be 4 actions pass. So you probably. I think there's a decent chance you're the first one to pass. In which case, you could get onto 7 coins scroll, which is really nice after Dwelling Rush.
Would you follow that up with a temple round too? Would you like hard
Um,
dig just to get another dwelling out, or would
it's a
you?
good
I know this has been
question.
hypothetical here, but we're just kind of waiting for this auction to
Yeah,
move
yeah.
forward a bit more.
Yeah, everybody's like, this is not going to happen. You can stop talking about it. But this is what we do. This is like our conversation. We have like a chat thread going of like really weird line ideas. Let's not tell them the super secret tall one, Barnawal. We have to
No.
wait till one of us pulls it off successfully. Um, but yeah, I think. Excuse me. I don't know if Xevoc will do that, but I think it'd be cool.
Xevoc does he's a big fan of different opening starts, like opening starting spots in general.
Yeah.
So he'll be on the lookout for things, I think, if nothing else. Like I
Okay.
wouldn't be surprised if it crossed his mind, maybe more so than any other player of these four. I think
Like
Xevoc will be the
starting
most
in
likely
third.
to do something like that. He loves early TPs as well too.
Oh, Snake
So
Exo. Tall Mermaids is not the secret.
uh
Tall, don't worry. That's not the secret.
yeah, but double West Tall Mermaids. I mean, it's also not the secret, but for this would be
Yeah, yeah.
different. I don't think I've seen double West in the
Well,
Tall
I
Mermaids.
think they have options. Is like they could play tall. They don't even have to. If starting double west, you don't have to play tall. You could, right? But
Hmm.
like you could very easily get to 3 ship later and get like C3 on 3 ship and I4 H4, right? Like I just don't. I think these hexes are gonna be there unless somebody's like just has like spare digs with nothing to do with them. Um,
Which with these factions is unlikely.
I
Maybe
think
halflings, but not chaos or cures.
Weber clearly missed our strategy session. He's not well practiced with tall.
He just needs one good tall game, then he'll get on board.
I do think playing tall absolutely can be. Barnawal and I have talked about this a lot. Is like in an ideal world, you have it as an option, and you basically the third town. We were sorry repeating a conversation that we had Barnawal via chat last week or something, but we were saying like I think in an ideal world you keep the option of a third town sort of open, and if it like if it presents itself late, you go past being tall, but you still can like live with your 10 structures or less game plan if you need to. Um, but oh baby,
Oh, it's going.
it
Okay.
is on.
So Zevok's on Mermaid, so we got hope.
Yeah, there's a chance that we see a really atrocious game plan. No, just kidding.
So what's okay? So DeepFinesse jumped to Fakirs. You got RedAlert and Halflings, Felipe on Chaos. So
Nice.
what's your feeling of the auction? Do you have a preferred faction, or even a preferred faction and player combo
Ah,
with these
shnikes.
evaluations?
You know what? Give me 1 second. I need to fix the. It's been a little bit since I streamed, and it looks like these are not quite lined up right anymore. Probably since fan factions were introduced, a couple things are in new positions. Oh yeah,
Okay,
this is
I can
not.
give my takes then while you're
This
fixing
is
that.
yeah. Why don't you give
Or I
your
can try
takes?
to. It's a little challenging. I mean, I think I like Chaos. If Chaos are getting to center town, then it feels like a good deal having them at 29.
Yeah.
They should have enough neighbors. I don't think they're gonna have a huge issue with that. Like that center town is just so good for Chaos. Like I feel it feels like, and again with the things we talked about, like with little edge on Colts compared to the other competition, being a good setup for Chaos. Like you have ship BP in, you have the big building tile in, which are two bonus scrolls that Chaos really like. Oh, Fickles, he did it.
Is it look okay?
Zevok went double west.
Did he?
He did
Oh! I can't believe that.
it.
Totally.
Yes.
I
Oh
can't
my
believe
gosh.
it. I bet he's gonna do it. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yes. Oh,
This is
okay.
good.
Oh,
It does
I'm a little
it
sad. I have to go in like an hour. I want to be able to stay for this whole game. Oh no. Well, okay. Well, I'll get to see the opening, which is the or a good chunk of the game, which will be the most exciting part, anyways. But
This
wow.
is really
So this
funny.
this does so Chaos is definitely worse here than they were with Mermaid starting center. Like they're just not getting as much.
Yeah.
And I don't see any way Chaos starts on E3. Like they're way too hemmed in there. Like I know it's a lot of leech, but like they just can't get out of there very easily. So I think they have to start D4 still and just do their normal stuff. And just accept that they're going to get some leech from halflings, but that's kind of it. So yeah, does this change the evaluation?
And again, forgive me. I'm so bad at multitasking and I'm trying to get this
Uh,
thing to look a
no,
little better.
Weber, I'm not on the scroll bandwagon. I just said it because I knew George was gonna be in the chat. I knew he'd call me out if I didn't.
All right. So oh, this is not very nice. I've got FelipeBart's name cut off. Shh. Well, all right. It might be
Right
the
on
best I can do on the
D4, the
fly.
usual spot. DeepFinesse, so Fakir's took big building tile. Felipe's Chaos took the priest. So Zevok will get chip BP and double dig. It's hard to like. I love Zevok's game here, assuming he's going for a dwelling rush. He could double dig the center. He doesn't have to dwelling rush, but I love the dwelling rush. Just looks so nice in this setup.
Yeah,
I find it very hard to evaluate like when he's 22 points behind Fakir. Like, I have trouble evaluating at that point, like if it's a good deal or not still. Like it looks really good to me. That's a lot of points to make up.
yeah. I think Fakir's here. Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay.
like it. So, okay, so he upgraded, yeah.
But I mean, he can still, he can still do four new dwellings.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So I think that like to answer your previous question, it probably does mean Temple round two. Like, let's assume it is one move slower. So we'll see if he's passing first. There are two coin scrolls floating though, so like even if he's passing second, he might get on a juicy coin scroll. Um, yeah, so we'll see here.
So
The other thing I'm curious to see is yeah, how this Fakir's game goes. I'm very interested in the Fakir's game because getting he kind of like he can get to the north. He should beat Brown to B2. Um,
yeah, for sure. No
but is
question.
he gonna like? So does he just focus his development north, and then town is like? Yeah, I guess I'm just curious. Like, how much of it will it hamper him to not get range till round four? Was that fine? Can he develop sufficiently in the meantime? And also, if he goes to Temple like we're expecting, what are the two favors? Because Air two here is a little underwhelming. So I'm guessing we're gonna see Earth two, Earth one, but we'll see.
I always feel like you need air twos for cures. I don't know. Just for me, the power just seems so good. I know you have blue in the game, and mermaids are going to give you a lot of leech. So I guess you can consider not going air two. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for air two in general, but it's always my first choice is favor for cures. But it is a legitimate question. Yeah, like Earth two
Yeah,
looks good with the Earth rewards, and the fact that you're not getting a lot of early dwellings down probably.
and you're
Earth
getting
one
it.
is nice for scoring,
I
of
for
course.
sure I for sure would be Earth 2, Earth 1, but I don't I just know I would. I don't know that it's better.
Yeah,
And I think
hard to
part of it
say.
is that like I'm seeing like a lot of power from mermaids throughout the game. Like you're going to get a big influx. You're going to get a big influx in round 3 for example from them of power. Um and the dig scrolls in. So I don't know. And then like Halflings will be increasing digs. We'll see. I know what you're saying though, because like Air 2 just feeds those single digs, and yeah, it might be better. Maybe it's Earth 2, Air 2. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, or I guess maybe you wait till the round you see a situation a bit more before choosing a favor or before committing to Air 2. Like I think you'd want Earth 2. Like I think it makes a lot of sense here to take Earth 2.
I,
So maybe you
I
start with Earth 2 and then figure it out.
I just don't like the halflings positions. It just makes me nervous to be down. Like I think I'd rather be on fakirs than halflings. That may be a mistake, but I just think the halflings situation looks like kind of sketch.
It is, yeah. Of all the factions, I think like halflings can get by like this, almost swarmlings like they can just score points by advancing dig. Like I think they'll get F4s, they can get two towns still. They might be able to manage and be okay.
Yeah, the F4
They still have
idea.
that center brown is still such a nice hex. Like they're going to be getting leech from there, which is already happening. I think
Yeah,
the more I look at it, like it's not great, but I don't think it's that bad for halflings.
I like yeah, the FelipeBart situation here. I think I like. It'll be interesting to see when he ends up going SA, but if he wants to be building any TPs round 3, he does need to be getting his dwellings out round 2. So I'm curious if he'll be able to build like 3 dwellings round 2 would be really awesome. What's kind of interesting to me here is even if he's getting east in round 2, halflings are not on the northeast one; they're on the south one. So they still
Hmm.
wouldn't give them a neighbor there. Um,
That's true. They should get a neighbor in the north with Fakirs at least. Unless Fakirs beat them to A6, and that's kind of annoying. So I guess we'll have to see how that kind of plays out.
yeah,
But with one neighbor, they might be able to manage. And also with the TP thing you were saying, I think it's fine if they don't hit round 3 TPs because there's a TP event in round 5.
yeah,
So they can just hit the later event, presumably with water 1 at that point, and then just kind of, like save all their TPs for then. And so the idea of like not hitting around 3 TPs is not as big of a deal as it maybe might be if that was like around 5, I don't know, like some other event basically.
yeah. No, you're right. And like one of the reasons to like round 3 TPs is it gets your coin production going. But we've got Earth coins, we've got both the 6 and 4 coin scroll, and so like as long as you can skip that as long as you're getting hitting some of these coins elsewhere. I mean, of course you
Yeah,
can always
that's a good
skip it,
point.
but
A
so
couple coins from round 2 as well from the cult reward. You got at least 2 or 3 coins as chaos. Yeah.
so we'll see. So we think so from CM. So is this priest going to Earth or Fire for CM?
I would think fire. I think they want the power without mermaids in the center. Like they're not getting that much leech.
Yeah.
I would definitely do fire actually. I don't think the 3 spot in Earth is the spade reward's a bit later, which
So
so I
the
don't think it's that valuable for hitting that extra coin round 2.
yeah the
And like
only
who else is taking it? I guess halflings probably take it if you don't.
I
Whatever. To me it's not a big deal. I would definitely go to priest of fire.
the other idea would be go water 2 fire 1.
Oh, water
Um,
2.
well, we talked about how there isn't a clear cult faction here, so there's some incentive to try to differentiate yourself as like I'm gonna go hard on cults. Um,
They could. I I
I'm
don't
just
think they need
spitballing.
to.
I'm just spitballing.
Yeah.
I
They might
think
not need air 2 though, I guess, without early air rewards, especially if they hit this round 1 fire reward. So if there's a favorite sacrifice for water
yeah,
2, like that would probably be it.
yeah. That's what
You
I'm
probably won't want
wondering.
Earth 1 to score, I think. Fire 1's just you need Fire 1 as chaos. I think it's it's an essential favor. Earth
Yeah,
2, there's no cult work rewards, and then with double Earth rewards, you really do want it.
yeah. I think
So if
you're
they're gonna
going.
sacrifice a favor, maybe Air 2 for water 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not opening SA, and I think there's a question of when they're gonna SA. Um, yeah, I think the CM situation is super interesting. I think it's probably Priest of Fire because it's also just nice to get that 3 power right now, in addition to the 4 power at the end of the round. Um, I'm curious if yeah, I mean, wondering even because if he wants to build out dwellings round 2, And I'm tempted for that to be the plan.
Yeah, I think you'd want to, unless if you land the big building tile, maybe you go sanctuary. If not, you go dwellings. To me, it's the simplest plan I'd come up with as chaos. And I don't know, I'm not really looking ahead too much to see if they'll get the big building tile.
Yeah, but can
I don't know.
they build out like dwellings round two with Earth one? Would they have the coins for that?
So they'd go what, fire one, earth one,
There's no temp
or like
shipping.
you need earth two.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Yeah,
Hard to say, right?
yeah. I'm just sort of curious because if you're not taking Earth one now and you're not going to SA round two, you know, like there, Anyway, all these
Well,
decisions relate to each other. So then there's a question of like, when are you going to take the scoring favor, et cetera, et cetera.
well, if you're going tall, then maybe you don't need earth
That's
one.
right. That's damn right.
But you see
Scheming.
all the free reds for chaos, and like Earth One just feels so natural when you see all these reds available to you. So I don't know. I think I'd want Earth One as chaos, and again with the double Earth rewards. Like I know it's just one step, but it's not as bad economically in that way.
Yeah.
Lots of picks.
But would you take it round one? Is my question.
Oh no,
Because
I don't think I would. 'Cause I don't think mermaids are taking Earth One,
so then,
right? Like not anytime soon at least. Xevoc's gonna want Water One before Earth One for
well,
sure.
but that's what I'm saying is then how do you get it before building out dwellings round two?
Oh, you just don't. You just build a few dwellings and
And
then
then
maybe take it later with the
okay, so
sanctuary.
you're hoping to SA for like water one, earth one, round three or something.
Something like that. Because what,
Yeah.
you'd get three dwellings out round two, like you miss out on 6 points. Like big deal. It's not that important.
Yeah. No. I'm just curious. Because like
Yeah.
that means if you're taking water one,
Whoa.
earth one. Oh, he went SA.
Yeah, I was just noticing that. He did go Earth 2, Earth 1, like your combo.
You
Sanctuary
know what?
over Double Temple, huh?
I think my interpretation of that is that he wants his range earlier than round four. Do you agree with this? That's my view. Is that he
Um,
wants to be towning earlier than round four, and essaying now enables him to do that.
Honestly, no, I don't agree with it. Like, I think Double Temple's better. I see there's a couple upsides. Yeah, the town, hitting the town. Obviously getting 4 points in the bonus, sure, so that's an upside. But the town earlier, getting more leech from mermaids, so you upgrade there, so he's gonna be getting big leeches when mermaids upgrade next to him. But I guess the another upside is not having to spend an extra coin, like not having to convert power to a coin. So this way, maybe he can pass for double dig next round. And actually, that makes a lot of sense. Then, if that knowing DeepFinesse, he definitely looked ahead to see if this would let him take double dig. The
Mm,
one less action. I'm sure
yeah,
he looked at that.
I
I'm sure that's
see.
the reason why he's doing the sanctuary.
Yeah, that's a good
That
call.
that act knowing that actually now I'm starting to change my mind. Knowing that,
That's interesting.
I'm much more high in the sanctuary.
Yeah, that's really interesting. If it gets him double dig, we should point out Xevoc got the coins action after getting double dig. That's how much leech he got.
Oh wow.
That's huge. And so who else? Because CM were about to pass,
Well,
but
for-
CM were
I think
about
so. Yep.
the CM were about to pass. Red Alert is going to build one more dwelling. I'm just wondering about this pass, like
So
his decision to go. His decision to go, like, who would have passed before him? I guess is the question. Or
Well, a
could he?
couple things. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chaos would have passed before him, but I don't think Riddle or Felipe would have had power for double dig. But if DeepFinesse went for a second temple, he would have had to convert power to another coin. And so he
Oh,
witn't have had power to double dig
yeah. There you
without
go.
taking air two, which he didn't.
Yeah.
So that I think
Yeah.
is probably a
That's
factor. And that could be rationale for taking air two over Earth one, just so you can go double temple and then double dig next round.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure. I mean, we'll see if he's feeling priest tight later or not, right?
Yeah.
He could also be planning to do a second temple round three, like that round three TP round looks like a natural time to go TP temple for them.
Yeah. I was just noticing that too. I bet he is.
Um, and I think like as long as halflings aren't gonna like be rushing ship increases, this should be fine to get his range round four. But if halflings are gonna be rushing ship increases here somewhere, I think he's gonna start pooping his pants a little bit. Um,
Well, halflings have taken Earth 2, and there's some coins next round, but it's a bit harder to go heavy shipping without Fire 1. And because I don't think they're getting a coin? Oh no, actually, maybe Chaos take big building, and maybe halflings do get 7 coins here. So that actually is it's a big swing as to whether they can go with an early shifting strat or not, as if they get 7 coin bonus
Yeah.
or 6 coin plus a coin bonus, whatever. So we'll have to kind of see, I guess, how the resources are looking for halflings.
Yeah. The Halflings game just makes me nervous, but we'll see.
It's definitely limited. Like
It
halflings have a limited ceiling here, I think.
yeah,
Like, of course, everyone does, but like halflings is maybe lower than some of the other
yeah.
factions.
And the
And I
other
think they're guaranteed to do okay because halflings are pretty resilient, but it doesn't look like an explosive halflings game, that's for sure.
yeah, I think the other thing that I'm trying to differentiate more in the way I talk about Terra Mystica is what is a bad situation versus what is a precarious situation. Like I
Mm.
think halflings here are totally fine, but precarious. Like I think that it could work out, but I could definitely see games where the bottom falls out here, and I don't think it's like all that unlikely. But the start itself is good, right? Like the production's fine. He's gotten Leech. Um, so we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll see what this looks like soon after, and if he and as we think F4 will sit there, like maybe this will be maybe this will work out.
Yeah, I think like another way to word, like I agree with what you're saying. Another way to word it is like we can see the long-term issues for halflings pretty clearly. Like we're looking at the Eastern continent, really, that's all you need to look at, and you can see the
Hmm.
issues they have. Just as kind of a space with neighbors issue, and so that's why it's kind of precarious their situation.
Yeah,
And it's also the question of what do they do next round? Like what's Halfling's plan? They're not getting double dig next round, that's pretty clear. Do they just take single dig? Priest to Earth, single dig and pass, something like that?
yeah,
Also unclear.
yeah. So I guess maybe that's part of it as well. So we'll see. I mean, look, halflings just landed on 7 coins also.
Mm.
CM did not take the 7 coins, so he definitely wants to go big building.
Yeah, I like it, I think. The
Can
Chaos
he?
Sanctuary is
Oh,
such a
because
good
he's gonna get
building.
the. Is he gonna take coins here? Can he big build? Oh no.
He
Yeah.
could take Okay, no, I don't think he'll take coins, because if he takes coins, he's burning past double dig, not the end of the world, but
Oh, and by the way,
I don't.
he did go priest to earth.
Oh, he went to Earth, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't like that. I think fire is better, even just for the one reward, personally. But yeah, okay, I can see the justification.
yeah, I mean,
I think with fire, you might be able to do sanctuary and a couple dwellings more easily this round. I don't know. It's probably I don't know. I'm not sure. I might not be right about that. Just my opinion, at least.
yeah, like, well, I mean, the funny thing is the way it has gone. He could have put his priest to earth right now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it turns out he could have put his priest to earth round 2 first, because I don't think what he wants to do is at risk. Okay. Okay, interesting.
So he
Interesting.
burned for single dig. Makes sense.
Will he have the coins to do both?
I don't think so, but he could just be fine with securing the dig and a dig round, just
Uh
going
huh.
sanctuary. Oh, he can convert a worker to I don't know. There's probably he can send a priest to Earth, like burn a power, convert a worker, and get that other dwelling down while doing a
Okay.
sanctuary as well. It's awkward, but it's probably worth it,
Okay. Yeah, I
I
mean, you
think.
get a couple points. This, by the way, burning under 6 already is a like leans towards playing tall. Also, very small. I know. Just like a tiny bit, it lends itself to playing tall.
We're gonna push it as hard as we can for these players to play tall.
I'll stop talking about playing tall. I'm
Oh no,
sorry.
I keep going. Well, I don't know people in the chat think, but I'm not over
It's
it.
so funny. You and I were talking about this. Like part of the reason we like talking about it is because it's niche and usually you shouldn't do it. Is part of what makes it fun to think about whether you can in a given situation. So everyone should take that our like incessant talking about it with a huge grain of salt. Um,
I'm really warming up to this DeepFinesse Sanctuary. Actually, I don't know. Just somehow looking at it, like it makes sense with him needing the power for double dig. Like it seems to fit like the I don't know how to describe one thing, but it seemed to fit well, like better than I thought it would when you first built it.
I think the other thing is like he can town pretty easily round 4 with his SA already there. Like just towning's way easier with the SA there, as opposed to needing he'll just need to do one more TP round 4 and he'll be towning, as opposed to needing to SA and do a TP or something like that, or get a
Hmm.
fourth hex west or something, which is really hard for them. Um, but
Yeah, and I was just gonna point out a couple other things to note that we hadn't mentioned favor wise. So Chaos won Sanctuary and took Earth one, Water one, full greed strat, which also again suggests tall to me. But anyways,
yeah,
and then Mermaids did a Temple for Water one as well. So I think Xevoc's doing exactly what we had talked about in the opening, hitting
yeah,
round three TPs hard. I think he's gonna go for two talents round four. I think he's doing exactly kind of how we had mapped out
yeah.
a cool Mermaids line, and so
This
I'm
is
really excited to see kind of
yeah.
the ceiling of his strategy, like what he can hit with this.
Yeah, yeah. I like it too. There's still no priest to water. That will probably just. Oh, it just happened.
Oh, there it
So
goes.
okay, there's a priest to water. Yeah, like I think it's the questions for mermaids are like they're gonna score more round three than everybody else. I think the questions are like, can this turn into a network win and like some cult presence, right? Like I think he needs to. Need is a little strong, but I kind of think he needs to win network here. Um, and the fact that Fakirs have lost E8 already sets them back a little. I think Halflings will actually leave G4 for Fakirs, but it's a little awkward to get there. Like, are they gonna double dig H5 to get to G4 or dig I8 at some point to get to G4? Like, what do you do as Fakirs when you think about expansion later in this kind of situation?
I don't know. Maybe you just don't. You just kind of see what's there when you have once you have range. Like you kind of have to. I don't know. There's not really a way to like rush range and get there faster or anything. And halflings should want Fakirs there. They should want a neighbor.
Yeah,
So I don't think I'd really worry about it too much.
yeah. So
And
I
also, I was just
think,
gonna note that Xevoc passed on the TPVP scroll.
yeah,
He's gonna do four TPs next round. I'm pretty sure. Or
this is
one
the game
TPs.
plan we were hoping for. I'm so excited. This
Yeah, it's a
is,
very fun Mermaids game.
I mean,
I'm really excited too.
there's the even like subtle parts of it that have worked super well, like being on dig scroll round two, like sweet, right? It's dig round, you
Yeah,
get one extra dwelling
perfect.
down, and then passing onto the TP scroll, which is not surprising because we knew they would have a fast round two, right? So like I think that probably is foreseeable that they can get onto TP scroll for round three. Um, but yeah. So I don't know if anyone else is higher on halflings than I am, but
I'm yeah, I don't know. I mean,
like
deep. So, like, looking at everyone's situation, DeepFinesse has 55 points after round two.
yeah, I think
He's also on the big going tile. That's four more points he's got for next round.
Fakirs are
Um,
very interesting for sure.
got a points lead and such a good situation in the West with Mermaids. Like, he's got if he can beat Fakir's to or his Chaos to A6, which it looks like he can, he's basically got two town spaces carved out. And I think he's pretty set to have a really good game here. His sandwich Fakir's, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
He looks to me looks like in quite a good spot.
yeah, no, I think so too. And like as long as he doesn't lose like ace, yeah, I mean, like as long as he doesn't lose a6 or something, like the top red.
Oh, whoa. Sorry, not to interrupt, but I just realized that Halfling's advanced dicking. Red Alert's got round two fully advanced dicks and just double
Wow.
ticked
Oh, that's
G6.
cool.
I didn't even notice he advanced digs.
Well, that's crazy.
Well, that's their plan. And we were talking about what Halfling's game plan would be for round two. Here it is.
But so he's trying to hit the dig scoring round two hard. So he's got his two digs. I mean, I
Yeah,
like red. I
yeah.
like Red Alert. I hope he does well this game. I'm just, he's gonna lose a7. That he's gonna have a hard time getting. Like he didn't get. He's not gonna get. He didn't get e5, which means f4 is now
Hmm.
irrelevant for the center SA possibility. And then like, when are Fakir's gonna get to g4? I don't know. Um, so we'll see.
Maybe they can actually just dig around Fakirs in the center, no? Can't they win the race to G2? I don't see why not. Now that they have advanced digging, they can just
Okay.
triple dig G4, then double dig or whatever. Sorry, the center green, center red below their temple. Just do a sanctuary town
So you
there
want them to
because
do it?
DeepFinesse has to prioritize A6. It's a more important hex for him.
Yeah, yeah. So you want him to do it right now? Like
Uh,
and if I'm
yeah,
deep
yeah, I
finesse,
think so. Yeah.
and if I'm deep finesse, I'm not that worried about it actually because I'm least concerned about halflings this game,
Hmm.
and like he's not going to town there anyway, so it just gives him leech, so he probably just leaves it for him anyway.
Yeah, I think I do want halflings to do it this round.
Okay.
I, I don't know. But I think if I were them,
I
I would
mean,
do it. But
of
I don't have a
course,
great plan for
he'd
them.
rather do like probably something else, but he has nowhere to TP anyway. He's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
he could dig, he can expand more in the east. He'd form an early town if he did that, which I don't think makes a lot of sense for them.
I think for sure digging in the middle. I mean, like I just think what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, and so Xevoc's getting more 4 for 3 leeches. I don't know if you noticed as well too, but
He's-
they're it's just so much power flowing in that
that
west. The double West Mermaid start, like you just see the power coming from it.
yeah. I mean, it can be a little bit of a poison apple. Did you say he's paying 3 points for 4 power? Is that what he's getting?
He's
Yeah,
taken at least three 3 for 4s this game, I
yeah,
think. At least 2 for sure, and
yeah.
I think 3 if so that's a
Well,
lot. I think it's still good. I mean, for
as
him at
long
this point.
and especially if he can snag Earth One a little bit mid game here, um, then he can turn all that into points a little bit more efficiently.
Hmm.
But what's the point gap, Barnawal, where you start to be like, I love my game, but I am down X. Like, what's that X where you're like, oh, this could be an issue. Is it
I mean,
30?
for
Is
me,
it?
it tends to be 20 plus, but
Yeah,
I'm a little more conservative. I think I'm
yeah,
thinking more on the auction. I don't really think about too much during the game. I think about more on the auction.
yeah.
Um, 20 plus when I get nervous.
You and I are both pretty point greedy players, which means we'd rather be the
Yeah.
ones front
Yeah, a bit of a
front running
weakness of
that.
mine. I think I have a little hesitant to bid really far down when sometimes you need to. But
Really
yeah, look at the
sorry.
points gap here. Like mermaids are so behind. I mean, they're scoring a ton of points this round though. Like this gap is going to be, I think chaos is going to be behind in points at the end of this round. Like mermaids are doing so many water one
Yeah,
TPs in the bonus
I,
tile.
I,
He could even do a temple for air one and another TP. I don't. That might be a little too crazy.
yeah, no,
I think that's a little too greedy perhaps. But like it's not. No, there's a lot of points that Xevoc can score here.
I really, yeah, no, I really like this. The mermaids game plan was definitely like it's definitely good because like I think he has options. He's gonna town twice when no, I don't think Fakir's can town twice round 4, right?
I
I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm recovering from COVID. If you missed the beginning of the thing, so apologies for so much coughing. I know that's like super unpleasant. I'm not like quick enough to mute myself.
need a quick trigger hand on that. That's pretty tough, I think. I So let's look. We haven't talked about Chaos Felipe in a while. So I like his game a lot too. I like the Earth One Water One take round too. I like the greediness of it. Not just because I like it, but I think it fits the situation well too. Like I think it's smart play. He's gonna have like a really good cult position. I think he's getting 2 key town round 4. Um, and he doesn't have any shipping yet, but I think he's gonna advance shipping here and then start getting a little expansion going. He's got a spade. I don't know where it's going necessarily, but like I think he's in a decent position as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. And who knows? Maybe Red Alert will surprise me. He's very flexible player, so I'm sure he'll cook up something
Hmm.
pretty good.
That's actually a good point. What is Red Alert's play style? I don't really. I've played him a few times, but I can't really point my finger on what exactly it is.
He I think he's a gunslinger. No, I don't know. I feel like he. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. Like I actually have a hard time predicting. Like he and I have been in a couple games where like I was pretty sure he was gonna do this one thing that was best for him and that it would help me, and then he didn't do it, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you're supposed to cut connection there," or like I, there's been a couple of moments, but it doesn't necessarily mean it was a mistake. Um, it was just like the way I had thought was best. But
Well, did you I was gonna say, did you predict him doing a sanctuary for Earth One this round here? Because that's what he did.
whoa,
Which I didn't, but it also makes sense. I didn't really think about it. You look a little shell shocked.
Yeah, sorry, I am shell shocked. Sorry, yes. I'm pretty surprised by that. I was just counting out the workers he had in hand. And to build F4 and G2 in the middle like we wanted to, I think he was one worker short of that. Right? Because
He was, but he had power for a worker's action, so he could have taken that
which
and
is
done it. Which I don't know is a great move, but
yeah,
it's doable.
which is not
Yeah.
great because he's got nothing but worker production. To then
Yeah.
get a workers
Yeah, that's a
power
good point.
action. Round 3 is a little sketch, or round 2, whatever that was. So like we should probably just like be fair to him in that plan about digging the middle. It's like not quite as good as what we said.
Mhm. There's
Okay.
also probably no rush on it. Like I don't think DeepFinesse really cares about G2. Chaos is on one ship, but there's no temp ship in this game. Well, maybe there is a bit of a rush still. Chaos can still get there pretty quickly. I don't know.
Um, so DeepFinesse has got 2 TPs up.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense with Earth too, right? His favor of choice. Like you
Yeah,
want that
yeah.
coin production.
Yeah, no, this is like really. I think this is a really like I think it was good foresight of DeepFinesse and auction to see that Fakir's like I think the only way I think the big risk to Fakir's was if Halfling started B2. Um,
Right.
and I'm not sure that that's better than this for halflings. I just think it was going to be really tough sledding for halflings one way or the other. Um, okay.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm curious if DeepFinesse read in the auction that Xevoc would go double West Mermaids, and if that also enticed him to jump on Fakir's early because that's really good for Fakir's.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure he knows Xevoc pretty well. We thought it was a possibility with Xevoc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if he read that.
I mean,
We'll have to ask him after the game. I'll be
I
very
would
curious.
have. I would have started double west. Yeah. I mean, mermaids are missing out on a lot of leech on D5, so like I'm sure that would have been a fine line as well, of course.
Yeah,
Um,
they had lots of good games for sure.
but I would have done this one.
So I think DeepFinesse might be able to get 2 towns next round. I don't know if he really cares that much about the second town, like getting it now, but he needs to secure A6. Like it's a critical hex that Chaos is now like pretty close to, so he kind of needs to dig anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have. Oh, he does have power for double dig. He just took a 6 for 5.
Ooh.
The leeches in this game.
Wow.
Chaos also took a 5 for 4 when halflings built their sanctuary. Like there's just been big leeches galore
Wow.
for everyone except for halflings, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like again, it's good. I mean, he should want to take a 6 for 5 without
Yeah.
air 2, especially.
That's like you've got a points lead. It's like burning a hole in your pocket. You're like, what? I gotta spend this. I'm burning it for power.
If that, I mean, he's gonna get double dig with that, and with that, he can get 2 towns next round for sure. If he wants to, which is debatable. I think might be
Does
worth
he
it.
have the resources for it? So he'd need 1, 2,
He needs fire 2 for sure.
fire 2. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think he's short a
really
worker by
interesting.
calculation, but
I
he can
kind of-
get that with the town if he wants to. But again, I don't totally know it's worth it. Like it's
sort of a bummer to fire 2 here, especially with
Yeah.
like no fire reward. Like you probably end up second on fire cult anyway, but it's
and not to mention
crazy.
Water One's just sitting there as well. There's still a copy of Water One left, which I mean, halflings are in no position to take, but still, like it makes fire 2 less appealing.
Yeah. So Xevoc has single dug 8-3 because even though he has a cult dig coming, I guess he wanted to make sure he'd have.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that makes sense because I guess all 4 of his. Okay, yeah, all 4 of his TPs are out, so that south town is just easier if he can do it with one more dig instead of having to build up again.
Yeah, for sure. And he's got the bridge locked up already.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that
nice.
anyone else probably wanted it, but still just nice to have it done.
Yeah, this mermaids game is so fun.
It's beautiful. He just needs to Zebok just needs to hit ship VP at some point in the last 2 rounds to really kind of
stop it, Barnawal. That's
Round 6 with a stronghold. Oh, that's just so beautiful. There's no Earth
I
one
think to
left though, so
me,
like,
I'm still voting. I'm still not voting. I'm rooting for when DeepFinesse gets the range town. He did fire two, so
hmm.
I do. He is gonna double dig. He is going for two towns here.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Um,
Oh, I guess he did need one power to double dig. I thought he had enough immediately to double dig, but oh, and okay, and Xevoc just took a 6 for 5 from that fire too. I love it.
this is really that's really wild. The power the points paid points paid for power stats going to be interesting at the end here.
I can't wait to see it.
Halflings get the coins action, like that's really clutch.
Yeah.
They need that badly.
Oh my gosh.
Is this
Uh,
is this going to be fire to air one? What's it going to be from FelipeBart here?
Definitely fire too. Um, I don't know the
Or is he
second.
going to
Maybe
water two? Fire
maybe
two,
water
fire two,
two, maybe
water
air
two.
one. I feel like either could make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe air two if he's feeling really spicy, but I
Oh.
think that ship sailed at this point.
he's definitely giving
Um,
it a think. Unlike
I'm gonna say water two, but we'll see.
I think water two also, because again, like the cults are, and he's gonna two
Yep.
key. It's funny because even one key puts him in really dominant cult position, but I don't know if he can, like when he's getting his next town, and if that would be soon enough for him to hold on to them. So he's gonna take two key, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. I
Probably.
think giving halflings two key could have swung things a bit. He would. I don't think he would have been able to hold off both water and earth without two key because he's not. His second town is just gonna be too late. I think.
Yeah.
And mermaids do have priest production now. Halflings have priest production, so I think two key is the right call.
Be curious. That I'm just very interested in this network race. I like that I'm very keen on mermaids getting C3 and like pushing hard on for network.
Yeah, I think he's going to. He just took a ship town, so that's an indication
Yeah.
that he's looking to expand here still. And I'm guessing he's going to try to find a third town. So probably he's got a spade bonus as well. So I think it's pretty clear he's digging C3. Going to give Chaos a 6 for 5 when he gets to D5. He had another juicy big lead.
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be some more explosiveness to come in this game. I think more big decision. At this point, it's going to be a big decision of whether you want to take a. Well, I was going to say 6 for 5, but looking at Chaos's power situation, it won't be a 6 for 5. So.
Yeah.
Felipe, I think I don't know if it's intentional, but smartly doesn't have all of his power used up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. And Red Alert, he's got a. Well, we'll see.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, here goes. Can he? 1, 2, 3. Can he can still town, right? If he converts that priest to a worker.
Well, he can town in the east no matter what, so I think he's going to do that
Okay.
first. And maybe he'll single dig the red on G2 to. Oh no, he can't just dig it to yellow. I would think you'd want to dig it away from Chaos if he needs to secure it, which he probably won't actually. I don't think Chaos are going to two ship here, so I don't think there's a big rush on G2. So I think he's just going to town the east and then maybe still, I don't know, figure it out after that basically.
Yeah, that's probably right. Play it by ear.
Yeah. There's so much chat going on. I can't really keep up with it sadly.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of conversation going on here,
That's
which is good to see.
Yeah, that's good. I'm yeah, that's good. I'm glad folks are hanging and chatting. That's awesome.
Oh, so Xevoc took single dig to dig G3, which means he's going to use his spade on C4 probably, which makes a lot of sense. He'll get more dwellings out that way. I just didn't think about that.
Single dig on C3. Okay, yep. Yeah, this is it. This is big, but that means he's building out dwellings without Earth One, which is totally fine. But Earth One's gone. Yeah, so he just wants to get his dwellings out. He needs to get as many out as possible so he can do. Oh, he's gonna have a hard time building TPs next round because he has to build temples first.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I mean, he'll
needs.
definitely temple Air 1 and free up a TP that way. Will he
Yeah,
do another temple? You might want to save it for big building as the last round.
but building only
Maybe
one,
not.
TP in round five TPs is not good. Like,
Yeah, and it's the weird kind of quirk with this track is that
yeah,
like it's not quite as important to hit round 3 TPs when you have the event in round 5.
yeah,
It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I think I agree with Xevoc's plan to hit round 3 TPs,
yeah,
but round 3 TPs in the way he did,
yeah,
but it doesn't
yeah,
have quite the same value as it would if round 5 was a, let's say, a temple round
yeah,
or a dwelling round. But he's building so many dwellings this round that I don't even know if that would be so valuable.
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, the way the track was set up, it wasn't actually that important from like a game perspective.
yeah. And then like doing air ones obviously will be good for him, but will the favor after that be any good for him? It's not clear. Um, like I don't see any other favors that I'm that excited about.
Fire 1.
Yeah, in round
No,
five.
air 2, send a priest to air, you get a cold stick.
There you
Yeah, no, but
go.
you're right. Yeah, it's fire 2, I guess, but he's already going to form 2 towns without it, so he really doesn't want it unless he's getting a 4th town, which I don't think is any way that's happening. So yeah, no, that's good. That's a really good point.
Yeah. So I mean, he's definitely in position to win network though. Like, so the setback is that he's not gonna. He might still be able to do two temples and then two TPs round five. I'm not sure. Um, he's gonna build a stronghold. Yeah, well, we'll see. I definitely think he's on pace to win network. I would say, maybe
Yeah, no
maybe by
question.
a distance.
Yeah,
So
look at his board. I mean,
yeah,
and all the resources he still has.
I wish I could.
Um,
I wish I could see one cult that he's gonna win, but maybe he can get a couple second places, and maybe that's enough.
yeah, that's why I think ship VP is really important for him
Yeah,
to hit as well. Definitely in round 6 would be the dream, but even next round. And so a couple other things that are going to happen that we haven't talked about. First of all, Red Alert took a worker's action and he did dig G2. So I missed that Chaos were on ship VP, and so they actually did go to 2 ship.
okay.
And so Red Alert did have to secure that. And he's going to form a town in the east. I think he'll just settle for 1 town this round and be fine with that.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah,
actually got a decent number of points too, and his neighbor issues are kind of solved. So maybe his game isn't as kind
yeah,
of bad as we were kind of thinking it
yeah.
was.
Now he has his TP spots. That's huge.
Mhm.
And let's see if he can find coins for to pay for the TPs. But that's looks all of a sudden the fact that Fakirs and CM have left G2 for them that long is a huge swing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We also see so DeepFinesse Fakirs has passed onto the TP tile. He formed 1 town this round. He settled for the single town.
Oh,
He took a
interesting.
range town, so he does have his range extended. I take it he's going to be just building, well, definitely just building dwellings and TPs next round. That's kind of a given. I wonder. It's kind of sad for him that he doesn't have power for coins next round, and like this is a bit of actually a downside to him not taking Air 2. With Air 2. Well, actually, he still wouldn't have had enough for coins. Never mind. Although he would have had more power generated throughout the game. But like this is where you kind of feel the effects of it a bit too, because he would love a coins action here. With landscape lists fakirs, like without their landscape, they really do need coins like any other faction. And so him probably not being able to get that here, I think is going to hurt because his resources are pretty slim.
Another
He's on the TP tile. He wants to build TPs. He wants to fly and build dwellings. Like he has a lot he wants to do still.
yeah, and CM also have the option of tapping G4 if they want. B6 is already gone. Like the northeast yellow's gone.
Mhm.
Like if like halflings very well might just choose to give G4 a little love tap. Um,
Sorry, a little love tap.
yeah. Oh, let's see what Red Alert's gonna do here.
Oh,
That's
is he?
interesting.
Oh, is he going
Is
fire
he going
too? He's
fire
got.
two also? He might be. Yeah, that would two town him.
Is that worth it? Do you think? Like, it's
Um,
not better for him to just want water 1 next round and just build TPs next round rather than forcing out fire 2 here for a second town?
yeah.
Like, it seems a little funny to
um,
me.
well, so then he takes a coin town.
He,
Yeah.
he'd need to take a coin town, yeah. Even with a coin
Oh,
bonus,
I
I think
guess
he still needs coins.
he could It's a good question. He could just TP. Maybe he just TPs F4 and then does 2 towns. Maybe he takes like a priest town, or he could 2 town without, because he just needs to build a TP and a dwelling. So he could actually 2 town without
Yeah,
templing.
people are pointing that out in the
I
chat
think
as well
oh, are
too,
they? Yeah, yeah.
which is a much better play, I think. Yeah. So that actually, I didn't realize he had that in him here. Huh.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. That's and like I think that's interesting. And then next round he can temple. What?
Another 5 for 6 alert. DeepFinesse got another five
Oh.
for six from Xevoc. Xevoc did a temple for Air 1, which I think is also a very good play here. But yeah, it's just another
That's
five
so
for six
funny.
or 6 for 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Air One here because he, missing Earth One, just having that feeling of like let's start rolling in those Air One points in the meantime, I think is nice.
Yeah, synergizes super well with the earlier TPs as well, just by nature.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't the network situation's really bizarre. Like Fakirs could actually end up with relatively small footprint. It depends on how this goes, but like 12 structures. I don't know. Like we'll see. There might be a
Yeah.
what I guess what I'm saying is there might be a cheap second place on network, which is usually a nice sweet
Mhm.
spot to be in. Um,
Who's gonna win that? Yeah, it's really hard to tell right now, isn't it?
yeah, it might even be halflings.
Uh,
Like,
Yeah, I don't see Chaos getting on a ton more structures this game. It's just awkward for them to try to do it.
yeah,
Losing G2, they don't really have a great like secondary expansion option here, with also having lost A6 and having no access to the West.
yeah,
If Halflings gets second on network, then I think we really underestimated
yeah,
like Red
yeah.
Alert's position.
No, it's worked out. I think they're okay.
Yeah. I think Heroes might still get more structures than we think they will as well. Like DeepFinesse has range upgraded. He's got 3 open yellows he can fly to right away.
Yeah,
Um, he's not. Oh, he is getting a cult dig this round, which I guess is going on A10. What is that hex? A9. That red up there. So that's
yeah.
another hex he has open. So he's actually got
He'll,
more. I think more space than we think he does.
yeah, yeah. I just think that 12 points is going to be important here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see. There was also apologies, I'm forgetting who. There's like little talk of maybe going for 4 towns as mermaids potentially. I don't know if that would involve like around C3, D5, and then one of the North Blacks doing an SA town there.
Oh,
I don't know
so he
if
would need 3 more digs. He would need 16 structures total, which honestly he might be able to get this game. He just ignores the stronghold, maybe.
mhm.
Would that work? I mean, if that would work, that would be a really cool plan. He has 2 already fully built towns, like with 7 power structure, whatever. So that just makes it hard.
Yeah, it does.
And he's also on ship BP now, so I think he might just want to,
Probably not.
take
Yeah.
advantage of that for next round and try to disadvantage shipping more, which is not conducive to the fourth town. But
Yeah.
let's see. It's an interesting decision actually, whether he kind of goes for it or not. So Red Alert's at 95 points. Ooh.
Yeah,
Looking at the
that's
scores
nice.
now, after the town round is kind of a good time to assess some scores because a lot of towns have been formed. A lot of the potential energy is turned into whatever kinetic energy. I don't know. I'm not a physicist, so that's not a good phrase for me. But like a town is a big source
Used
of
energy.
yeah. And so looking at the score, like Red Alert's got a nice points lead. He's obviously formed 2 towns. He's got some cold points. He'll have to try to hang on to air, which might be tough. But we'll see. I don't know if he's got a third town in him. Like he just neighbors in the south, and Fakirs are going to beat him to that southern yellow. So that seems tough. Like it does seem like it's a bit hard for them to score now. He's on a
Yeah.
pass tile next round. I guess he can take water one and just build a couple TPs, but he doesn't have that many neighbors again. So he's definitely kind of, I don't know if I would say peaked, but he's kind of hit the biggest threshold of points he's going to hit this game. It's not a good way to word it, but you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say at this
yeah,
point.
yeah. I mean, will he get how much stuff? Yeah, he's gonna be a little coin tight. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like Xevoc has two towns down and a long way to go to catch up, and he's not doesn't have much cult presence.
Yeah, comparing the two on cults, they're maybe similar. Maybe how things are a bit better if they win air, depending on how that race goes up. And if network goes like we think it does, like he's probably going to have like mermaids will have 9 or 12 points, anywhere from 6 to 12 points network over halflings. I would say is likely.
Mm-hmm.
So the end game difference isn't actually as extreme as you might think it would be.
Yeah. So probably halflings should start like digging H4 and stuff, right? Like just start digging out the south a little bit and I don't
Yeah,
know.
might as well, right?
I think so. I
What
think
else are you
so.
gonna do? Yeah,
Yeah, like the funny thing is he only has one dwelling left. And so if he
right.
like as he wants to build TPs, it would be great if he could do that in the south. Um
I guess if DeepFinesse like goes down to I7 quickly, he could use that as a neighbor, and halflings be fine with taking the blue, the black, and the green or the gray. Like they can do another triple dig probably, and they have Earth too. Oh, and he has a cult dig too, so he's already starting to dig in the south.
yeah. I
Oh, and
think
Chaos. Sorry, Chaos is digging in the east. Felipe
yeah.
digging that green to red in the east, which you don't see every day.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
really
he's gonna give Red Alert a 5 for 4 probably when he takes that gray.
oh, you are loving these big leeches. It's like this side plot to this game is how many
I'm just,
like five for
I don't know
fours.
if I can recall a game where there's been this many big leeches that have been offered and accepted. Like, I
I
don't think a
know.
single one has been denied so far.
That's so crazy. That's
And so I
hilarious.
just love it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, and FelipeBart um, chose to build on that. Did he have any other option? Oh no, so coins action is gone, of course. But
Yeah, because Deep Finesse got that 6 for 5, you got a coins
yeah,
action.
I was just curious because he was thinking. I thought he was thinking for a second. I was just curious what else he was considering because the leaving the red E9 floating next to halflings is a little dicey. But
Yeah.
he may be able to. Yeah, so that I think the CM game's interesting. He's not on a pass scroll here. Ah,
So he's going to be hitting water 1 TPs this round pretty hard. I would say 3 TPs probably.
so E9, D7, and then D6 or A11 or something. Probably
Like I
D6.
take it he's going to either bridge or dig the gray, and because he has fire too, he won't have a problem forming a town if he
Yeah,
digs at least.
yeah, yeah,
And he could probably get resources for another TP out, so he'll get a lot of points this round.
yeah.
The last round would be a little underwhelming without a pass tile, admittedly.
So, yeah, we'll see if he can
It
land
depends if
on.
he gets one.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see if he
that'd
lands
be
on
very
one.
important. Yeah, scroll. Yeah, blah blah blah.
That's right. Yeah. Excuse me.
So do you
Uh,
have a favorite at this point? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot a
me,
bit, but
me.
yeah. Do you have in terms of your evaluation, like whose position would you want right now?
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know actually. I think this will be close. I don't think there's any one obvious person. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Who's on? So mermaids and the Kiers are on pass scrolls here. I don't know. I think it's pretty close. I think it's pretty close for me.
Yeah, every faction has some clear upside and downside. I
Yeah.
think like Chaos are behind on points, but have a very good cult position and have a lot of points coming this round. Halflings have a great points lead, but seem like they might struggle to score more points and kind of keep the ball rolling a bit.
Yeah.
Fakirs have another town and lots of flights available still, but doesn't strike. I don't know. Somehow it seems like it's a bit incomplete. Like I'm not sure if they can really
I think
score a ton more points too. And then mermaids have a ton of points coming, but are very behind on points as well, and don't have a great cult position. So
yeah.
yeah,
The halflings one definitely looks spicy to me in that, like, can they win air town again in the south and get some network points? And I think the answer is yes. And that sounds like the best to me.
yeah. And there's
Um,
another 6 for 5, but not the one we were talking about.
oh, wait, which one is that?
This is
Oh,
from Xevoc upgrading in the center and chaos, and
wow.
Felipe takes a 6 for 5.
He's thinking.
Wait, but
I guess
why?
he
Why is he
needs
taking
it
that
to.
6 for 5? Like, it's not really worth it for chaos.
He wants to do 3 TPs and he needed the coins for it.
I guess he can take a higher scoring town now, but
It's
like he's not. Are chaos getting network points? Maybe he advances dig and tries to fight network late.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That's really funny.
I didn't see that one
I mean,
coming. That was not the 6 for 5
especially
I saw
for
coming.
playing tall, like to take a 6 for 5 with small footprint is like pretty hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a shame. So Chaos did dig that center gray, but halflings could only take a 3 for 2. It's a little disappointing. I was hoping for a bit more explosiveness there. But that's yeah, again, a good play by Red Alert to not force himself to take a huge leech. Like good power management.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I think halflings are. I guess the question is like, can they do all of that? I'm not quite counting it out, but definitely seems plausible. And like the triple dig that they would need for the fourth hex in the south seems like it'll sit there. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I kind of like Zevlok's position still, mermaids as well. He's scoring a ton of points this round. Don't forget he has air one as well too. So those are points being chipped in.
hmm
I also wouldn't be surprised if he tries to steal water here on Chaos. If Felipe gets sloppy and doesn't lock it up, I could
yeah.
definitely see him because he might want to free up a TP anyways.
So
So I could definitely see him going water two and another TP.
this is a good
And that would
example.
change this. That would swing things for sure.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, this is a good example of a case where like you're kind of tempted. Well, Xevox has a lot to do, so I'm not talking about him or anyone in particular. But like the big building scroll is floating. You're going into big building
Mm.
round. So if you're someone who wants to have both big buildings up, sometimes you could just get enough done and then be first to pass and get a coins action, like with those 2 extra workers, right? That's like really nice. Um, on the other hand, passing early is like the kind of thing that leaves you vulnerable to like a cult getting swooped.
Yeah, it is a dilemma, and or not like a bit of thing to consider.
Yeah.
Zevlok is kind of priest to air, so that cult swoop is probably less likely now. Because I think he'd want to. I guess I'm greedy. I want advanced ship if I'm mermaids because you're on the ship DP tile. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, it's a dilemma. Yeah, because that big building tile looks juicy, doesn't it? I think really everyone would be pretty happy on it. I think.
Yeah, I was
Hmm.
just trying to see if yeah, maybe we'll see a Fakir's going to range 3.
Oh, that would be fun. Okay, I'm rooting for that. I
It's too
I don't know.
risky. It's too
He
risky.
needs so many coins for that stronghold. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's feasible, but I hope it happens.
Yeah. No.
That would be incredible. If DeepFinesse wins with a round 6 Fakir's stronghold,
yeah.
it's just that Red Alert can just dig his hexes away. Like it's
Yeah.
just if it was cultists might be different, but with halflings and having an advanced dig, that feels so risky.
I know it's too risky. Halflings might need all their stuff to finish the third town in the south, but um, also like it looks to me like halflings might have a hard time actually holding on to air cult because like CM have 3 cult steps left just from like favor tiles and the scroll. You could put all
And
those
Zevok,
on air.
sorry, I was gonna say Zevok's just doing a temple right now too, and I wonder if he's considering air 3. Oh, he took air 2. Oh, nice.
Really? Air
It gets
2?
him. Yeah, Cold Spade, I guess, and
That's
a little extra
cool.
power.
All right. All right. He's that's interesting. So he knows he wants the dig. Yeah, I mean he needs at least one more dig to town again. That's interesting. That's really funny.
I can't wait to see what he does if he's going for a fourth town. Like I don't really know exactly what his plan is here. Right? Yeah, I
It could go different
can't wait to see
directions.
it. Sadly, I just about have to go, so I'm not gonna be able to watch the end
Oh
here.
yeah,
But
that's right.
because this game is a lot of fun.
You have to hop off in 5 or something.
Yeah,
That's right.
five or even a bit less probably.
Okay. All
But
right. I forgot.
but yeah. Anyways, we'll
All
uh,
right. If
see what happens.
Jekyll, are you watching? Maybe she'll tell me in chat. I
So
don't know.
Looking at the situation here again, Red Alert's over 100 points. He did take Water 1, and he's going to be getting another Water 1 TP this round, I think. And he is getting TPs in the south. DeepFinesse gave him a neighbor there. So that's nice. Like that's really that looks good for
Do you want to
halflings.
come join? What's up?
Hey Jekyll,
Hi.
How's it going?
what are your thoughts on this game so far?
I like halflings. Right? Like, I think, their coin situation is not great for round 6.
Oh my! It's just so scary to see
Yeah.
your tens digit be in the 60s when someone else is over 100. But that's the chaos life right now.
Yeah, 2 players over 100 now. DeepFinesse just hit 100 with that talent, and he's got a pass tile, so that's more points sitting there.
But if he can sweep the cults,
It's a lot, but no network points, so it
Yeah.
kind of counters that a bit. Huh.
can in the town, so take a high point town.
Yeah, we'll see who takes air 3. Like, I see that Chaos doesn't have air 2 either.
But CM have 3 steps to go. They have 2 water 2 steps and their scroll step, so they could put all 3 on air and be at the 8 step. Like then no one wants and then if they take an 8-point town too, like they could be on the 9th step of 3.
Yeah, okay.
It's not worth it. So
I kind of wondered if Xevoc taking air 2 was so that he could take air 3.
Yeah, that would make sense. There's no way Red Alert can afford Air 3, so if anyone takes it, it'll be Xevoc.
I like that.
If he does take Air 3, that kills the 4-town dreams. I'm pretty sure he needs Fire 2 for that 4th town. So that's a consideration. There's a lot of nice, juicy, high-scoring towns sitting there. So is Air 3 better than that?
4
Might be. It's hard to say. The point swing on
I don't know
Chaos
if the
and
4
Halfling-
town. I don't know if the 4 town
Can
thing's
he-
happening because
yeah.
he would need 2
more-
more digs and a poop ton of coins. Like it just
Yeah,
seems.
he has double dig now if he wants it.
But
Yeah, he wants
coins.
to TP. I don't know. Yeah.
Coins.
Can he do the 4 towns without building Stronghold?
Oh, I don't know. I need to calculate. I don't got that in me right now. Good question though.
But
He
I
needs a
think-
sanctuary. You can't avoid that.
I think the fact that like halflings are probably focusing on the southern town means DeepFinesse's yellows are safe. So
Yeah, they probably are.
That's
So maybe he
4
goes
more
stronghold.
yellows.
If he can get those. Okay, I should probably hop off now.
All right. Hey,
I wanna
fun
stay,
hanging
but
out, man.
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
this has been a great stream.
That was great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I gotta see the stats after the game. I can't
right.
wait to see how many VP were lost. To Leech.
Can't wait to see how many were lost to Leech. Yeah, I think it'll be close. I usually just cheer for a close game, and I feel like we might get one here.
Yeah, I'll put my money on halflings, I think, but I don't think it's a runaway at all.
Yeah,
Assuming he can get the 3rd town. I'm not calculating, but I think he can get the 3rd.
I think so. Yeah, which is wild
All right.
because there were moments where it looked dicey. All right, yeah, sorry, we'll let you go.
Yeah, we thought they're not dead, but in trouble. But yeah, okay.
All right,
See
hey,
you
see you,
later.
man. Bye. Let me see.
Oh wow.
Hold on. Let me.
Is it just me? Chaos didn't pass, right? Oh,
Here.
I think Red Alert can pass now. For coins? In the big building? If Xevoc doesn't?
I'm sorry, I've been like not paying super close attention. Yeah, wait, what's going on? I'm sorry. So Xevoc managed to get to 3 ship, which is, you know,
Ooh.
good
Oh,
but
wow,
not
he's
amazing on the
risking
ship
it.
scroll. What's that?
He's risking another
pass?
TP. Yeah.
Who? Red Alert?
Yeah. Because now this means that even if he passes, he can't take coins action.
That is true. Maybe he's planning on... Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, Tensor surprised there hasn't been a pass yet.
I think I would have passed as Red Alert for the coins action and the 2 workers. Like, that's so many resources.
Yeah. I mean, CM have another step to do. They want to do another TP. So they have stuff to do. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming this is one. It's a little bit of a bummer for mermaids to... They've lost H4. And they're only getting 1 more town, probably. Yeah. I don't know if mermaids have the upside. I'm pretty worried about them. And Barnawal kind of called this early in the streams, like the round 5 TPs is a little less important with round 3. It's like hard to hit both of those hard. And I think like we've sort of seen he hasn't exactly crushed this TP round. If Xevoc like gets last, I'll feel responsible. I was like, oh, I hope he does crazy West stuff. I would do it. But I think it's cool line anyway. All right, DeepFinesse is passing on to big building. You know what that means.
But he doesn't need it. Oh, for G4. Okay. He does need the range for G4.
Well,
huh?
no. Well, he may not. He may not stronghold. I don't know if it's actually good. I was just kidding. Because if he goes stronghold and then halflings just tap G4, like that's such a bummer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think now how much will halflings points dry up here? This feels like halflings, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, another town.
Big points
They'll
lead.
get on the TP scroll. Or do they take... No, they have to take TP scroll, right? Not like coins. 7 coins look pretty good.
Well, Xevoc is making a decision right now. And then I don't think halflings are going to go past 1 ship. And so they actually could leave the ship scroll for CM. I don't think it's crazy. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, like, what are they going to build? They're going to build a stronghold. And
yeah, I guess
dwelling?
I need to do the math on like what to afford here. Maybe it's worth it. Do they have the coins they need? Yeah, I don't know. They might just take 7 coins. Yeah, which is really a nice swing for CM here to be able to stay in the round. Get what they need, use their steps, and then land on ship points. Which I think was, yeah.
They do need to build another TP in order to get another dwelling out. So they need to
Halflings?
build at least.
Yeah. It's possible that they
Forget the
don't
stronghold.
stronghold. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of assumed they would because I thought they'd land on big building, but
They might. I think they might skip the stronghold. Yeah, he's on the 7 coins. I think that's the right call and great news for FelipeBart. So at least he's gonna score there. He's already at 2 ship. So if he can sweep the cults, he's still so far behind halflings and fakirs if you give him all those points. So I don't think he can catch. And he gets nothing on the pass here. Yeah, CM are definitely in trouble. Can Xevoc? But Xevoc doesn't have Earth 1. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And then does DeepFinesse have enough? He doesn't have... But DeepFinesse will have 4 priests. That's a lot of flights.
I can't help but think that Red Alert was supposed to pass. Because after he passed, he built one... Or after when we thought he should have passed, he only built 1 TP. So that's just 3 points instead of the big building plus the coins action. Which, like, he made up for the coins action by taking 7 coins, but it could have been that plus 8 points.
Yes, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry. I'm like struggling a little bit here. Sorry again, everybody. I know it's probably super annoying.
We've both had COVID since Christmas break, basically.
Yeah. Although somehow you got it first, but I got it a lot worse.
You got it really bad.
So I blame you. Thanks, Fatty. Okay, so we are finishing out here. What is he mulling on?
4, 5, okay.
He's thinking about what to do with his priest.
I wonder if he's worried at all about Xevoc's Air 3.
You're big on the Air 3 idea. Oh, he took Worker Town. I missed this. So CM Town with a Worker Town there.
Oh, so CM is already done with their second town and they're at 94 points.
I'm tripping. I like totally forgot the Fire 2 Worker Town. Huh. Yeah, this CM game just...
At some point, he had, like, FelipeBart had a dig scroll that he, like, did on C5.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered if he should have put it on C3 because he had also an end of round dig. I know that that's like 1 fewer red hex, but like to dig C3 from mermaids.
Oh.
Like, because he would have got there before mermaids. And then he would have put pressure on DeepFinesse for like A6. I mean, DeepFinesse, all he had to do was hard dig it, but I think he also wanted, I don't know, he was focused on his west town. And then if he doesn't get A6, then he probably gets B4.
Mm-hmm.
CM. Like, yeah.
You mean just be like way more aggressive?
I just thought, like, because the Eastern Reds were gonna sit, especially if he cuts Fakirs off at B4, that like the C3, then he doesn't have to take Fire 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
trying to remember when he also when he took Earth 1, Water 1. Do you remember that? Like his third and fourth favors, which I'm actually in the setup games. I've been a big fan of doing that with CM in those games. But I was just wondering if maybe that left him a little resource constrained, and how many dwellings did he build after that? I can't remember how much he had built out when he took that Earth 1.
Well, he only had
this.
E7
Okay,
now.
so it's a good chunk of points. So
I mean, what would he take instead? Air 2?
this looks close. This is a good game. I'm gonna need to go back through this one afterwards. So blue and brown have a town coming. So Red Alert just did a temple.
Wait a minute.
Is this for...
Red Alert dug G4 end of round?
Yeah, he did. I know. I know. And CM dug G3, I guess. Which...
Ooh, that's unfortunate for DeepFinesse.
Seems like CM should have dug... Why didn't CM dig like H5?
CM?
Yeah, like just make life harder for halflings? Or is he planning on actually like getting to I5?
He, at this point, just needs to maximize points. Like,
yeah.
He's done building TPs.
I mean, yeah, I think he's... Well, we'll see.
Okay, so Red Alert must... Is he hoping for like second on network? Can he get that?
Red Alert? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I think he's going to get down to 2 left on his board, and I don't think DeepFinesse is going to beat that.
Oh wow! Wait,
Can he?
Can Xevoc get? Can he get 2 more towns? So if he double digs A10, A8.
But he doesn't have Fire 2.
Oh, okay. But he would take that with his essay.
Yeah, he would essay for Fire 2.
And then...
Wait. Oh, God. No, this is insane.
He doesn't have the coins or the... Oh, he can... Are there any coin towns left?
All right, here's a temple from FelipeBart. So I guess we have...
No, he can't.
What is he doing? Air 1, and... We also should make sure we keep tracking big leeches taken for Barnawal.
Right.
This is interesting. Oh, Red Alert's
coin short.
Red Alert's thinking about this. 3 for 2. He's trying to decide.
Seems worth it. Seems worth it with a network race like this.
To take it, yeah, probably. He's just making sure. Take your time. He's taking it.
I think
that'll make Barnawal happy. All right. So he says he didn't like Red Alert getting within 3 of the top of that.
Huh? Within 3 of what?
Of the top of the air cult, I
did
guess.
Did he take air 2? Okay. But Xevoc's gonna be coming for fire.
Coming for fire. Okay. All right. DeepFinesse is gonna fly. That's like, it's pretty good. He's got 3 more flights coming, I think. If if he can dig. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's not going for 4 towns. Okay.
Xevoc?
Yeah.
It seemed really hard. Just didn't seem. But I'm kind of anti-towning / my game plans always involve very few towns for some reason.
It's really close. He's just a little bit coin short. But, oh well. Winning network is also just very good, right?
All right, here goes halflings to h5. Yup. Let's see what FelipeBart finishes out the round with. Ship increase somewhere in there. I guess another TP. And a dig increase, is that it? Plus ship, plus dig, TP.
It's looking good for Red Alert. Good town still left.
Yeah, that's
Not
nice.
great on the cults.
It's not nothing though. Like,
yeah, especially if you consider all of the first places.
He may have 10.
Are
like
chaos.
10 is, that's not nothing. Yeah, it is cool. Like, we blink and everybody's caught up. This is exciting. This is a good game. Big ups to the players for throwing it down. Showcase game! That's my way of making it sound fancy. Oh, man. Yeah. So DeepFinesse is... So he definitely wants to fly to H1. What else is he going to do here? What else is he going to do here? Like hard dig down another dwelling? Probably.
I mean, he's on the big building scroll.
Is he
Doesn't he have to
it?
play like the...
It's just weird. It doesn't get him any hexes.
Gets him 9 points.
9 points? That's not nothing. Well, he's obviously unclear on what his best line is because he's thinking really hard about this. Yeah. So if you go stronghold, yeah, because it has network. Like if you go stronghold, he can only get 1 more dwelling down. Is that true? Oh no, maybe he can still dig down another dwelling. Okay, so he can stronghold, fly to H1 and dig down another dwelling with a flight.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, only H3 is a flight single dig for him, unless he can reach G4 after stronghold.
But he doesn't need.
Oh, he can reach I5 too, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I was just curious. Sometimes that's fun. Like, I think that's something. Sometimes I'm playing and there's like 1 hex left for me to get to my network goals, and I'm just like praying they don't see it.
But can Red Alert?
All right, the stronghold is on.
Get down to 2 structures. Oh, he did build it.
I think he can.
Yeah. So.
Red Alert's getting down. Yeah.
So Red Alert's getting 2nd on network.
So, and for Xevoc, is this stronghold TP dwelling?
Okay.
This might be one of the sadder Fakir strongholds I've seen. Not to be mean. But, alright, so here we go. Mermaid stronghold. Is he gonna town? He's probably gonna delay the town, right?
Right, because nobody else is about to town except for Red Alert, and he's got a couple moves.
Oh, he just went ahead and did it. Priest Town. Okay. Nice.
Can Xevoc, like, swoop any of these cults from FelipeBart? Seems tricky.
Hey, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Ghostly.
Seems really tricky.
Nice. Yeah, this is interesting. It was such an auction. I think it was like really unclear what Halfling's footprint would look like. And like I think the key insight is like F3 is gonna sit, and that Fakirs might not actually want G2 is like a huge saving grace, and that CM are gonna be a little bit slow to 2-ship. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So we've got Red Alert does a TP East. So can he?
Does he have to expensive TP?
What is he gonna do here?
Oh, he needs to use all of his priests as workers, it seems like.
Okay. So FelipeBart will. Okay. He's gonna close water now just to be sure. Yeah, this is a cool game. Yeah, I'm just curious how the towning is gonna shake out now. Like he doesn't have
I think DeepFinesse needs to take G4.
Oh. Ooh.
What?
Yeah, if
Oh.
DeepFinesse flight digs
I
G4.
think he needs to take it because otherwise, like, it's gonna be really hard for Red Alert to get down his last dwelling.
And
Without-
connect.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is he looking at that?
I'm sure. DeepFinesse?
Oh.
Yes, he's looking at
Oh my goodness. That is because he has. Oh my gosh! This is like totally like drama in the background, right? That's been lingering. I hadn't thought about this. Is that so he flew to H1. So let's see. So because halflings, that's such a big swing.
I mean, he can take a he can't even take a ship town.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Huh. Maybe DeepFinesse wins? I don't know. This is wild. Holy cow. Interesting. He has 2 priests left, so in an ideal world, he could split his dig into his build, but he can't really risk it.
Yeah, that's too risky.
And can he... Oh, so could he priest a cult? Single dig still there? No. Okay. He only has 1... Huh, this endgame is I don't blame the players for playing a little slow. This endgame is really wonky.
Yeah, I'm worried about Red Alert. I wonder if his G6 TP should have just been an expensive TP just for tempo. And then he can just...
And Xevoc goes priest to fire. Oh my gosh. It's so hard too, because if you're playing this, you're not even sure. Like if it's just between you and one other player, like it's easier to do this, but what's unclear is like if I do,
Oh, he
who's
built
even like direct?
G4.
He did build G4. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Can he?
He can't afford a town now.
Wait. Huh? Yeah. Oh no, dude. Hold on, maybe we're missing something. He's looking at it closer than we are, I'm sure. That's tough. That's tough. I don't know, Ozzy. Ozzy says he never had a chance. I kind of
Had a chance of what? Of getting
a
to G4?
town, and
Because DeepFinesse
network.
was going to take it?
Yeah, I'd have to rewind, and of course, I'm sure he's looking at a situation closer than we are, but it seemed like there was. But, okay. Interesting. What can, yeah. Okay. And DeepFinesse is going to pass for 8. Xevoc still has a bunch of stuff.
His towns are done. He can
do another
upship.
Yeah, he could upship
Build
again.
another TP.
He's definitely going to TP again.
He doesn't need to bother with another dwelling.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice.
So then, just like, can he upgrade? Nope, no digs.
Yeah. Well, he'll go to 5 ship at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, FelipeBart's giving this a think now. Oh.
I haven't even looked at Felipe.
Terra Mystica, everyone. That's good. We need EJ in a top hat, like cha-cha. You're like the ringmaster at the circus, at our Terra Mystica circus. Yeah, Ozzy, I'm not sure either. I'd have to rewind and look at it again. I'd also have to look. I'm not totally sure. Okay, so he ended up going priest to fire. Interesting.
He has 3 keys, so he can close one more.
So he's gonna close. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. He didn't want a dig increase? Or he still has a TP to build, I guess.
Can...
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Chaos has one more cult step, which I'm guessing he'll put on fire. Just because, like, I can see, like, Xevoc can still afford an SA.
Yeah.
So he could do TP or priest to fire and then... Oh no, he can't, because he needs all 3 priests to build his SA. Okay, never mind.
You're talking about Xevoc?
Yeah, I was.
He's going
wondering
SA?
If he could swoop fire, but
You love cult swoops. I feel like you're always like envisioning like elaborate cult
I think
swoops.
it's because you get so much power along the way that it's so worth it often.
Yeah, it is sneaky. It is,
But
like
he can't.
He like Xevoc definitely,
What?
Never mind.
Like the ship increase is worth it. I know.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say anything you don't know. All right, so Red Alert is.
I'm sad for Red Alert.
Yeah, is he gonna force Xevoc to? Oh, interesting. Red Alert can force Xevoc. Because Red Alert can get down to 2 left on his board. Mm-hmm. So that's what he's going to do. So Xevoc does have to think about this.
Yeah.
Which is not the end of the world for him, but it would have been nice if he...
3-point dwelling.
7 resources for 3 points, but 6 head-to-head with halflings.
Right, and they both have Air 1. Xevoc has 8 more on the pass.
This game is crazy. I can't. It's too much.
I can't believe, like, after round 3, mermaids looked so dominant.
Who?
Mermaids?
Oh, but they were down, like...
Hadn't they caught up by round 3? Their points?
I don't think so. Wait.
Maybe it was round 4, the town round. Maybe it was town round where they
Yeah.
already caught up.
No, they were still pretty down. Like, there was definitely a moment where they were, like, both towns were in and they were down, like, 35. Yeah. So DeepFinesse has got a lot going on here. So, but that means DeepFinesse is just getting 6 on network.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad. So 6 on network, so 14. Yeah, it's
What if
not a
DeepFinesse
ton.
had, like, taken G4?
Yeah, I'd be curious if he looked at it. If he looked, I mean, did he look at
But then I guess halflings just upgrade ship. And then they can also reach H3 then. So maybe it's no different.
I'd be really curious. I'd be really curious what his thoughts were on that. I don't know, you know, but there was this moment where it's like, whoa, that's this huge swing between the two of them. Because, like, what if then halflings are like, it's better for them to do the town instead of go for network? You don't like that? Well, anyway, I was imagining.
Still a bad
look,
9
I'm here for
points.
the drama,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I was like all these insane pivots at the end.
What did he do with
He
his
did
last
priest
priest?
to water. Yeah, so that takes a point off of halflings. We'll see if that ends up being consequential. Watch it not be close at all. It just has felt so close to me for a while, but I could just do some math, but that's no good. Yeah. This is interesting. It has been fun to see this.
Ooh.
It was too bad for mermaids that they it would have been nice to snag that, like, Earth 1 mid game. Like, I think they're probably, but it was, I guess it's too much to hope for. All right, there's CMR did their like last TP there. He's 1 coin short of the dig. Oh no, he has the cult step. Okay, so he's gonna bump fire and then increase digs once. That's nice.
Huh.
So he'll be.
Wait a minute. How well are CM doing?
Yeah, CM are interesting
Just
for
24
sure.
points. 32 call points, 9 on the pass. No, 13.
They have like
13
55.
on the
I think
pass.
they're going to be at 56, 156.
13, 32, 30, 34.
I think CM are at 156. That's just a feeling, though, because I'm not doing math.
That's pretty exact for estimation.
Well, it makes you sound fancy when you say specific things. Maths. Maybe with an F, George. Maths.
40, 30, 45. Oh yeah. Did you say 52?
I think I said
said
156 because he has a dig increase coming. Did you get the dig increase? Did you get Air 1? Oh, maybe I counted Air 1.
Maybe you're right.
I might have.
I didn't get the dig increase.
I might have counted. All right, we've got a mermaid's dig increase. Oh, so mermaids, yeah, decided not to put the last dwelling down. That's nice for halflings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably the right call for mermaids. I that's big. Yeah.
It looks like mermaids are ahead of halflings, right?
This is awesome. All right, let's see this. So DeepFinesse is done. I think he's gonna be. I don't think DeepFinesse has enough, right? Oh wait.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be
12.
I don't think it's.
53.
I don't think it's fakirs.
Okay, it's not fakirs. Oh my gosh, what if
All
it's
right.
chaos?
Yeah, this is exciting. So exciting! I know, Halai. This is awesome. By the way, thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm glad. It definitely is. This is a fun. This is a fun thing to hang together. Colas says Xevoc might. According to Colas's forecast of mermaids and my forecast of CM, Colas has
Xevoc
mermaids
is
just ahead of them.
Of CM.
Yeah.
He's at like 58 or something.
Hello, you want me to do it annually? All right, everybody. In 1 year, we'll be back.
10, 25, 58. Yeah, he's at 158. So he's ahead of FelipeBart. And I said it's mermaids.
Is it mermaids after all?
Jeez.
Yeah. This is a really great game. I mean, and again, this goes to show, like, it was so... When it was like, which position do you favor? It was really, really hard to pick. Like, I think it looked close. Yeah. All right, here we go, folks. And huge thank you to the players. Like, this is so awesome. And
you love vanilla.
Classic. Can we call it classic?
Sorry, yes.
Vanilla sounds unimpressive.
I love vanilla.
Classic settings. You know, I pretty much only do classic setting Terra Mystica, so I'm like being greedy and making my streams all that. But yeah, here we go. Wow. Oh, so you were right on 152.
Oh.
So Xevoc. I think I double counted Air 1. That was my bad.
Oh, wow. It is so close.
That is close. Ooh. Oh my God. Those three are separated by a point total. And that's a big mermaids win. That's huge. Well, congrats to Xevoc. That was awesome. I think I have a screen for this. Did I do that right? Nope.
Red alerts in last. I do think that he could have had it.
You think so? I don't know. But maybe, yeah. Well, it never feels good to be the person who got last, and people are like, if you'd done one thing different, you could have got first. And they're like, we are not actually sure. But yeah, huge kudos to the players. I hope they get a chance to watch this back and enjoy. And if any of the players want to share their thoughts in Discord later in their analysis, because I'm sure Barnawal and I and Jekyll probably missed some things. But wow, that was really exciting. And always fun to see a close finish like this. So congrats, Xevoc. Really well played by all four players. Red Alert, despite a last place, I thought played really interesting game.
Right. I mean, everybody was so down on halflings like the whole game, and then like maybe round 4 or 5. It's
all
like,
of a sudden, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was interesting. So, and everybody, thanks so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, have a happy New Year's Eve, New Year. We'll catch you next time.
Woohoo.
All right, thanks everybody. Take care.